This message reaching you is not a coincidence, not even for a second. You were meant to hear this. Out of all the videos, all the messages, all the voices online, somehow you were led here, to this exact moment, to these exact words. That is not random. God wanted this message to find you. Chosen one, listen carefully. God smiles every time he looks at you. Yes, you. Even if the world has made you question your worth, even if people around you never truly understood your heart, even if you have spent nights silently carrying pain no one else could see, God sees it all. He sees the tears you hide behind your smile. He sees the battles you fight in silence. He sees the moments when you almost gave up but somehow kept going. And every time he looks at you, he smiles. Think about that for a moment. The creator of the heavens and the earth, the one who placed every star in the sky, the one who knows every heartbeat before it happens, looks at you with joy. Why? Because you are not ordinary. You are chosen. There is something different about your spirit, something set apart, something heaven has marked. The struggles you have faced were never meaningless. The rejection, the heartbreak, the lonely nights, the doors that closed in your face, none of it was an accident. It was preparation. God was not breaking you. He was shaping you. Just as gold must pass through fire before it shines, you have been through the fire for a reason. Every trial was building strength in you. Every delay was creating patience. Every disappointment was preparing you for something greater than what you lost. Chosen one, hear this clearly. The pain was never the end of your story. It was the beginning of your transformation. There were moments when you asked, why me? Why so much waiting? Why so many battles? Why did it seem like everyone else moved ahead while you stayed stuck? Because what is coming for you requires a stronger version of you. God delays what is not yet aligned with your growth. Sometimes what feels like denial is actually divine protection. He was saving you from places, people, and situations that could have destroyed your purpose. The door that closed was not a punishment. It was mercy. The person who walked away was not a loss. It was redirection. The plan that failed was not your ending. It was God's way of leading you toward the plan that was always meant for you. Chosen one, there is a reason you have always felt different. People may not always understand your energy. Some are drawn to you without knowing why. Some become uncomfortable around you for no reason. Some envy you even when you have done nothing wrong. It is because your presence carries something rare. There is a light on your life, cross-spiritual weight, a purpose that people can feel even if they cannot explain it. Darkness always reacts to light. That is why the attacks became stronger as you got closer to your purpose. The closer you move toward your calling, the more resistance you may feel. But listen carefully, resistance is often a sign that you are moving in the right direction. The enemy does not fight what has no value. The battles around you are proof that there is something powerful within you. God smiles because he sees who you are becoming. Even if you cannot see it yet, he sees the healed version of you, the successful version of you, the confident version of you, the peaceful version of you. He sees the future that is waiting for you, and that future is far greater than the pain you are feeling right now. There is something shifting in your life. You may already feel it. A strange restlessness, a sense that something is about to change. A quiet knowing in your spirit that a new chapter is near. That feeling is not random. God is preparing to move. The season of confusion is ending. The season of clarity is beginning. The waiting season is making room for the breakthrough season. What once felt impossible is about to become possible. The blessing that has been delayed is getting closer. The breakthrough you prayed for is moving toward you. The opportunity you thought was lost is being replaced with something better. Chosen one, do not lose faith now. You are too close. Sometimes the hardest part of the journey comes right before the breakthrough. Storms often grow louder before they pass. Do not mistake the noise for defeat. The storm is not here to destroy you. It is here to reveal your strength. Look at how far you have come. There were moments when you thought you would not survive this season. Yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still believing. That alone is proof that God's hand has been on your life. He carried you through nights you thought would break you. He protected you from things you never even knew were against you. He gave you strength when your own strength was gone. And through it all, He smiled, because every tear was watering the ground for the blessing that is about to bloom. Every setback was secretly setting up a comeback. Every delay was building a testimony. Chosen one, your story is not over. In fact, it is just beginning. The world may have overlooked you. People may have underestimated you. Some may have doubted your worth, but God never did. He always knew who you were. He always knew what was inside you. He always knew that one day you would rise from everything that tried to bury you. And when that day comes, everyone who doubted you will witness what God was building in silence. This is your reminder. You are loved. You are seen. You are protected. You are chosen. And every time God looks at you, He smiles because He knows your future is brighter than your past. Do not quit now. Do not let temporary pain make permanent decisions for you. Keep moving. Keep trusting. Keep believing. Because what is ahead of you is greater than what is behind you. A new door is opening. A new level is coming. A new peace is entering your life. And when it arrives, you will understand why everything had to happen the way it did. God was never absent. He was working. He was preparing. He was guiding. And now, your moment is near. Chosen one, what is coming next in your life will make every silent battle make sense. There were days when you questioned everything. You questioned your path. You questioned your purpose. You even questioned whether God still heard your prayers. But the truth is, heaven was never silent. Even in the moments when nothing seemed to move, something was happening behind the scenes. God was arranging what your eyes could not yet see. While you were waiting, He was working. While you were hurting, He was healing. While you were being tested, He was strengthening the parts of you that needed to grow before the blessing arrived. This is why you had to go through seasons of isolation. Not everyone was meant to walk with you into your next chapter. Some people were only part of your lesson, not your destiny. Sometimes God removes people not to hurt you, but to protect the purpose placed over your life. The truth is, chosen ones often walk alone before they rise. The loneliness was not abandonment. It was alignment. God needed your attention away from the noise of the world so you could hear His direction clearly. He needed to separate you from distractions, from fake connections, from energies that were draining your spirit. Because where you are going, clarity is everything. Chosen one, there is a reason your soul has been feeling this shift. Your season is changing. The heaviness that has followed you for so long is beginning to lift. The confusion that clouded your mind is starting to clear. The pressure you felt was never meant to crush you. It was meant to reveal the strength God already placed inside you. You are stronger than the version of yourself that entered this season. You have survived heartbreak. You have survived betrayal. You have survived moments when no one checked on you, and yet you still kept going. That strength did not come from nowhere. That was God carrying you. Every time you thought you were walking alone, He was beside you. Every time you cried in silence, He was listening. Every time you whispered a prayer in the dark, heaven heard every word. And now the answer is closer than ever. Something powerful is about to enter your life. A breakthrough, a divine opportunity, a connection that aligns with your purpose, a door that no one can close. You may not know what it is yet, but your spirit feels it. That is why your energy has been different lately. You have been sensing that something is about to happen. Trust that feeling. God often places the awareness in your spirit before He places the blessing in your hands. Chosen one, stop doubting your intuition. The reason you can sense people's intentions, the reason you can feel when something is off, the reason your spirit warns you before things unfold, is because God has given you discernment. This is one of your gifts. Not everyone carries this. You were meant to see deeper than appearances. You were meant to feel what others ignore. This is why fake people often become uncomfortable around you. Your presence exposes what they try to hide. Never apologize for the light you carry. Never shrink yourself to make others comfortable. God did not create you to fit into places that were too small for your calling. You were made to rise. You were made to lead. You were made to become living proof that God can turn pain into power. The people who hurt you did not end your story, became part of the story that built you. The betrayal made you wiser. The rejection made you stronger. The delay made you patient. The loneliness made you closer to God. Everything had a purpose. Even the things that broke your heart. Chosen one, do you realize how much you have grown? The old version of you would have given up. The old version of you would have broken under the pressure. But this version of you, the version God has been shaping, keeps rising. That is why he smiles when he looks at you. He sees your resilience. He sees your heart. He sees the way you kept your faith even after disappointment. He sees the way you still choose kindness after being hurt. He sees the way you still believe after so many reasons to stop. That kind of spirit is rare, and heaven honors it. Very soon, things are going to start making sense. People who walked away will no longer confuse you. Closed doors will no longer frustrate you. Missed opportunities will no longer hurt the same, because you will finally understand that every no was leading you to the right yes. The blessing coming into your life is bigger than what you asked for. God does not just restore, he multiplies. What was stolen from your peace, he will replace with peace greater than before. What was taken from your confidence, he will return with strength. What was lost in tears, he will restore in joy. Chosen one, your comeback is going to be undeniable. People who doubted you will be shocked by what God does in your life. Those who overlooked you will suddenly notice your glow. Those who underestimated you will see the strength they never recognized. But this rise is not about proving people wrong. It is about fulfilling what God wrote over your life. Stay focused. Do not let distractions pull you away now. You are entering a sacred season. Protect your mind. Protect your peace. Protect your energy. Not everyone deserves access to the new version of you. Some people only knew the broken version. Some only knew the wounded version. But now God is revealing the healed version, the elevated version, the chosen version. And this version moves differently. This version trusts God more than fear. This version chooses purpose over approval. This version no longer begs for places where they are not valued. Chosen one, what belongs to you will find you. What God has prepared for you cannot be stolen. No delay can cancel it. No enemy can block it. No rejection can stop it. What is written for you is already on its way. So keep going. Keep believing. Keep speaking life over yourself. Tell yourself every day that you are chosen. Tell yourself every day that your breakthrough is near. Tell yourself every day that God is smiling over your journey. Because he is. But he sees the ending from the beginning. He knows the blessing is closer than you think. And soon, very soon, you will wake up in a reality that once felt impossible. Peace in your heart, clarity in your mind, blessings in your hands, joy in your spirit. And in that moment, you will remember every tear, every lonely night, every battle, and you will realize that none of it was wasted. God was building something beautiful out of your pain. Chosen one, this is only the beginning. Chosen one, this next season of your life is not going to look anything like the last one. What once brought you pain will no longer have power over you. The things that used to keep you awake at night, the fear, the uncertainty, the heartbreak, the endless questions, are losing their hold. Because God is not only changing your circumstances, he is changing you. And once God changes you, everything around you begins to shift. The version of you that once chased validation is fading. The version of you that begged to be understood is disappearing. The version of you that settled for less than your worth is being left behind. A stronger spirit is rising within you, a clearer mind, a calmer heart, a deeper faith. Chosen one, this is growth. It may not always feel comfortable. Sometimes growth feels like loss. Sometimes it feels like separation. Sometimes it feels like the world becoming quieter around you. But that silence is sacred. God often removes the noise before he reveals the direction. There is something you need to hear right now. The people who walked away were not a reflection of your value. Read that again in your heart. Their inability to recognize your worth never changed what God placed inside you. Some people leave because they cannot go where you are going. Some people disappear because they were only assigned to a temporary chapter. And some people distance themselves because the light on your life exposes the darkness in theirs. Do not take it personally. Take it spiritually. God is clearing the path. He is making room. Chosen one, the blessing coming toward you needs space. New opportunities need space. New relationships need space. New peace needs space. Sometimes before heaven sends something beautiful, it first removes what no longer belongs. That is exactly what has been happening in your life. You may have thought you were losing, but in reality you were being repositioned. God was moving pieces, closing cycles, ending patterns, breaking attachments, healing wounds that had followed you for far too long. And now, you are stepping into alignment. This is why your spirit has been telling you not to go back. Do not go back to the people who only valued you when you were available to be used. Do not go back to the mindset that kept you small. Not go back to doubting what God already confirmed in your heart. You have outgrown that season. Chosen one, something beautiful happens when a person finally realizes who they are in God's eyes. Fear begins to lose its voice. People's opinions lose their power. Past mistakes lose their chains. Because once you know you are chosen, you stop living like you are forgotten. And you have never been forgotten. Every prayer you whispered has been heard. Every tear has been counted. Every sleepless night has been witnessed. God has been closer than you realize, even in the moments you thought he was silent. Sometimes silence is not absence. Sometimes silence is preparation. God does some of his greatest work in the unseen. Roots grow in silence before trees rise above the ground. And chosen one, your roots have been growing deep. That is why the storm could not destroy you. People expected you to break. Situations were designed to shake you. But somehow, you are still here, still standing, still moving, still believing. That is not luck. That is grace. That is God's hand over your life. He smiles when he looks at you because he sees the strength that pain could not steal. He sees the purity that betrayal could not corrupt. He sees the hope that darkness could not extinguish. That is powerful. Chosen one, there is a moment coming soon where everything begins to turn. A message, an opportunity, a sudden breakthrough, a connection that changes the course of your life. Something is about to happen that will remind you why you had to wait. God never wastes waiting seasons. Waiting builds character. Waiting builds faith. Waiting builds the version of you that can sustain the blessing. Because some blessings are too big for the old version of you. They require the healed version, the disciplined version, the spiritually stronger version. That is who you are becoming. You are no longer the person who fears every closed door. Now you understand that if God closes a door, it is because something greater is ahead. You are no longer the person who collapses because of rejection. Now you understand that rejection is often redirection. You are no longer the person who loses themselves in pain. Now you transform pain into purpose. Chosen one, your purpose is bigger than your struggle. Never forget that. The pain was loud. The heartbreak was deep. The loneliness was heavy, but your purpose is greater. There are people whose lives will be touched because you survived this season. Your testimony will become someone else's healing. Your strength will become someone else's inspiration. Your rise will become proof that God still works miracles. This is why the battle was so intense. Darkness recognized what was inside you before you did. The enemy often attacks what carries destiny. But listen carefully. What God has blessed cannot be cursed. What God has chosen cannot be erased. What God has planned cannot be destroyed. So stop questioning whether you are enough. You are. Stop asking whether you can handle what is coming. You can. God would never place a calling on your life without also placing the strength inside you to carry it. Chosen one, from this moment forward, walk differently. Walk like someone who knows heaven is backing them. Walk like someone who knows their time is near. Walk like someone who understands that the delay was never denial. Your season is changing. The energy around you is changing. The people around you are changing. And most importantly, you are changing. A version of you is emerging that no longer apologizes for their light, no longer shrinks their voice, no longer settles for crumbs. This version knows they were made for more. And God smiles because he sees that realization finally awakening inside you. Very soon, peace will replace confusion, clarity will replace fear, blessings will replace losses, and joy will replace the heaviness you carried for so long. When that happens, remember this moment. Remember that God was working even when you could not see it. Remember that every setback had a purpose. Remember that every delay was divine timing. Chosen one, your life is about to become a testimony. And this is only the beginning.